doing all this time? Very well, actually. He still had no one in sight behind him and looked like being a runaway winner of the Econet Vic Falls Marathon. Behind him, some of the runners were battling now.
How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm struggling a bit.
Sure.
But I know I'll make it.
It's fine. I'm doing fine.
Taking a little break?
Only that I came late. I came at 7:15. I thought the race was going to start at 7 o'clock. So, but I tried my best.
More than half the field would finish in over 3 hours 50, but not ladies race leader Monica Kativu, who was now at the Mars water point on the route, just a few kilometres from the end of the race. Rabia Falimo had fallen back a long way and was 10 minutes behind Kativu and struggling to keep running at all. Ruth Nemechena was still third, but also in danger of losing her position. Suddenly it all went wrong for Sabanda. His hard running for so long came undone as Kifas Pasipamire stormed past. Then things got even worse as Kudukwashi Shoko also came past, sending Sabanda into third position. As the backmarkers passed the Wilderness Safari's water table, they struggled to cover the kilometres. Pasipamire sailed onwards, increasing his lead with every stride. Laura O'Donoghue was still the leader in the women's section of the Zambezi man competition, but she was just over halfway when Kifas Pasipamire took line honours in the men's marathon race. His 2 hours 20 was just a minute faster than Kudukwashi Shoko, with the unfortunate Nkosiyasi Sabanda having to settle for third. In the women's race, Monica Kativu, meanwhile, had put even more time between herself and Rabia Falima. Third place was now held by Annika Thompson of Harare, who had passed Ruth Nemechena. The entire event had the best medical support possible from the Mars organisation.
We provide ambulance service as a complementary to the Vic Falls community, because we think it's a very important race and we believe it's going to be very big this year.
Medical risks for runners in races such as this vary from slight to life-threatening. Mars, with its up-to-date equipment, well-trained personnel and rapid response capability, was perfectly placed to deal with any emergency. The company is represented all over the country.
Have got 8 bases in Zimbabwe. They're all geostrategically spread across the country. We have a total of 23 ambulances. But to back these road ambulances, we have a dedicated Jetstream 3-1 that sits mainly at Harare International Airport. We use that for the inside Zimbabwe evacuations and also for the regional evacuations. Here in the Falls, we've got access to helicopters, because we also do a lot of work in the gorge, particularly we evacuate patients from the gorge using a heli, take them to a helipad, and they can then link up with the teams here in Vic Falls and evacuate the patient to hospital. If necessary, then we can then link up with the fixed wing from Harare to evacuate them maybe to South Africa or the nearest appropriate medical facility. What we're basically trying to do here is to say to all the participants, Vic Falls is a safe place. We're there to give them peace of mind.
It was all over bar the shouting in the women's race. Monica Kativu was far too strong and ran out the winner by a huge margin of 16 minutes over Rabia Falima. Annika Thompson failed by just a few seconds to break 4 hours in third place. Kifas Pasipamire ran superbly to win in 2:20.39, with long-time leader Sabanda coming home in 2:22. The top 10 were all Zimbabwean. Huge gaps amongst the top women, with Kativu the outstanding runner with her 3:12. Only 2 women broke 4 hours on the day. There was, of course, plenty of cold Zambezi lights ready for the runners after the race. Zambezi Life was one of the race sponsors.
How's the run going?
Great, thanks.
How's the run going?
That's great, I'm enjoying it. Awesome.
Elford Moyo won the wheelchair half marathon in 80 minutes, while Moline Majoni took the ladies' title. Jupiter Namembo won the Zambezi man event from Rory Mackey, with Laura O'Donoghue taking the women's title.
The Zambezi Man event, absolutely awesome event. Well supported by the Zambian contingency and obviously the Zimbabweans, and we look forward to seeing some more other internationals here next year.
Mackie took line honours in the marathon, but Namembo's cycle leg clinched it for him. O'Donoghue was 2.5 hours behind the leaders. John Addison of Wild Frontiers was behind the whole concept.
Yeah, well, we're a tour operator and marathons are one of the things we do, and we've obviously run the Kilimanjaro Marathon for the last 7 years. And this one with our partners, Wild Horizons and Safari par Excellence here in Zimbabwe, we've run this one for the last 3 years. And that's what we do, but also we do adventure travel and luxury travel, and so do our partners. So if you want to come to this part of the world, in Botswana and Zambia, and link a marathon onto it, or just come on your own at any other time, we can sort you out with some really fun stuff. I think the main thing here is it's a community event. I mean, it's obviously the three partner companies that run it make it work, but the whole community gets involved, and from the children up to the police and the army and immigration, they all help us immensely. So that's what it's all about. It's a good feeling to work in this area.
Safari par Excellence. We're a tour operator based in Victoria Falls. We are partners in the Victoria Falls Marathon, which is obviously an annual event. And we have an elephant back safari operation, a canoe operation, and a whitewater rafting operation. We have a little small backpackers lodge called Savannah, and that's us in Victoria Falls. We can consolidate anything for you guys.
The Wild Horizons is a ground handling company and has a broad portfolio of activities. Whitewater rafting, canoeing, we've got a wonderful gorge swing which spans the Zambezi River. And of course we do elephant back safaris as well. So with our buses we're able to assist in packaging the activities and getting all the clients and runners from the airport to the hotels and to the various points during the marathon.
Hi guys!
The title sponsor of the marathon event for the first time was Econet Wireless.
It is our first time and we're very excited. It has been wonderfully supported by the corporate and private companies in Victoria Falls, and I think it has done wonderful, positive things for this nation. Our job is to support up-and-coming people. We're not only involved in sport, we're involved in orphans. We look after 26,000 orphans in the country. I think with the mileage we've had and the positive vibes that we've received all over the country and all over Africa, I'm certain that we'll be involved next year and we'll make it a bigger and better event.
What a way to finish off the marathon with a lovely Zambezi light.
Underlining the community aspect of the race was another sponsorship, this time by LaBelle's Bread, who sponsored some of the disabled athletes, and the Amalinda Collection, who donated the prize monies. For some runners, the best part was the boat trip up the Zambezi above the falls after the race. The mighty Zambezi, so tranquil here, yet so wild just a kilometre or two downstream.
Come and visit Vic Falls. It's wild, wet, and a hell of a lot of fun.
After a wonderful day on the road and the river, the African sun finally set on a successful race in one of Africa's great paradises. That report on the Econet Victoria Falls Marathon was proudly brought to you by Econet Wireless, inspired to change your world.